All right, what's going on, everybody? It is your man, Beats by Lonzo, in the building. Let me check my I'm doing a test, y'all. I hope y'all can hear me. I have a new setup over here. Got the Studio Live 32SC, and I'm testing out everything on this uh, SC, and also I still kind of got my Zoom P8 plugged in, and I'm trying to see if there's any differences in my sound. So said, let's see, it said put your mic up, praying, but your vocals are low. Let me see if that's what that said. Put your mic up. The beat sounds clean and crisp on my TV playing, but your vocals are low. How about now? Is my vocals still low right now? Have went out of my mix, so I can't tell. I can't tell right now. So let's go back to my settings and my audio. My mic is my Zoom P8 audio in my mic. Let's check 1 2 1 2. All right, so we back on that one. So we're gonna do USB out. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, I'm just testing, y'all. All right, yo, 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 what's going on, DJ Rec? I see you in the building. Appreciate you being here. Khalif Wins NYC. I appreciate you. Loud and clear. Play the beat with your vocals. I probably need to write a quick I probably need to write a quick 16 to this. Yeah. Probably need to write a quick 16 to this, so when I'm on live, y'all can hear these bars. Yeah. On the money. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it. Love it. So what's up, y'all? Beats by Lonze in the building. I hadn't been live in a long time, so I figured I need to get on live and test out this new equipment that I got in my studio. Like I said, I got the Studio Live 32SC, and now it's going to be my interface that's going to be running my studio. All right, so let me actually pan my camera. See if I can pan my camera and come this direction. Yeah, you can see over there in the corner right there, the 32SC. 32SC is what we got in the building. So yeah, so y'all can see me on this secondary shot right now. And oh, you probably can't see me. There you go. Now you can see me in the secondary shot. So yeah, man, prayers up to everybody that's getting tornadoes, this freaking stupid ass hurricane, and a lot of people are being disrupted, and they gotta move. and they got to get out of their homes, and they got to get on the road and go somewhere and spend money to get away from this hurricane and these tornadoes. The worrisome part about having tornadoes is that you don't know which route the tornadoes is going to be thrown. So the hurricane can be in the south of the map, and the freaking tornadoes can be in Kansas. So that is crazy. How crazy is that in the world that you can have a depression in the ocean that's thousands of miles away that affects the weather on somewhere else on a different a freaking coast, or whether that's happening on the other side of the world, it can happen on the other side. That is amazing. And there's people out here that's atheists that don't believe in God. But anyway, we ain't gonna go on that tangent. Again, blessings and prayers to everybody that are affected by the tornadoes and hurricanes. I am praying that the hurricane and the tornado don't switch direction and come this way. So I'm gonna knock on wood. But for the people that are affected, that it is in the path of this hurricane and this tornadoes, prayers and thoughts are with y'all. Please take care of your family. Don't be try to be a superhero and try to stay in place, because you know the last 100 years that you've been somewhere, you've never had a hurricane of this magnitude hit your place. It could hit your place. So I would tell you that if you are in a situation like that, and there's a possibility that you're going to be hit, I would say for you to do the best you can to get your family out of harm's way. So unwrap some cords and then plug back in. But yeah, so y'all are aware that the Ableton MOVE has came into play. Now, me being a freaking drum machine specialist, have decided that the Ableton MOVE is going to be something that I'm going to bring to my studio, because as you can see here in this shot right here, I have the push 3. And if you can see over into this other shot right here, I have the push 2. These are two incredible machines that work very well with Ableton. And I had actually bought the APC 64 in hopes that the APC 64 would be a nice addition to the push 3 and the push 2. And unfortunately, it failed my expectations. No shade to the APC 64, but it just didn't work for me. Sometimes you got to just say that, hey, sometimes things don't work for you and you have to pivot and do something different. But anyway, the move has been announced. I'm on it, and once it gets here, you already know what time it is on my channel. We're gonna get to it. But I like it so far. I'm not gonna go and do a deep dive like everybody else has done and talked about the same stuff that everybody else has talked about. I'm gonna talk about how I'm gonna use it in my studio, which is going to be an assistant. It's gonna be something that's gonna 3, and it's gonna help me in my journey of showing you all how I'm failing in Ableton and how I'm gonna rock being a hip hop drum specialist in Ableton with the push 3 and the Ableton MOVE. Now, I told y'all last couple streams ago that I downloaded the Ableton Note on my iPad, and Ableton Note was very dope piece of hardware as far as software production goes. The sounds was great. It's just awesome. So I thought about it when they said that this new machine was going to be dropped. I said, if they bring the sonics of what's in Ableton Note over to this Ableton MOVE, it's going to be an incredible little piece of kit to have in your studio. And again, you're able to carry it around with you, be mobile with it. That's why it's called the MOVE, duh. And you know, you're able to sample. It has a mic input on it, and it has a freaking audio head for I guess where the audio out. So you're able to do some things with it. You're able to hook it up to MIDI. So nothing that you're not going to be able to do with this thing. So it is a small on the move sampler that, again, as if y'all seen on some of the videos, I believe it was Sweetwater. I think they had a video of a artist singing, and they had somebody with a push three, and they had the move accompanying the push three. So I think that'll be cool, just to get your ideas out and get you to be on a different pathway is what we thought the push three was going to be. Now I'll say this one more time. I'm hoping that they will hear. Let me say this. We know that they have heard our complaints about what's happening with the push 3, that it's not a complete standalone device and it still has some work to do. And they came out with a new machine with all the things that we asked to happen on this new machine. So we know that they're listening to what we're saying, and we know that they're trying to, sell a product to you. So we know that they can do the update to the push 3, which is a software update that will help us to be able to work as a standalone device that you can export your end product, your end goal as a song. Because that's what I want. That's what I needed to do. I needed to unplug from the power cord. I need to be able to go sit on my porch, make a beat, and export it as a song, and then send that song to an artist that's ready to record on that song. That's when once it's ready. So, it's been a crazy couple days with me. Again, I'm revamping my studio, taking things apart. I'm going to sell a couple of pieces of equipment that I'm not going to use. And then, it's going to be redundant because now that we have the 32SC, now there's 3 things that I had in my studio that I used them separately for. Now it's all rolled into one. So it has motorized faders. So I am getting rid of my other motorized faders, and now it, instead of taking up space with just motorized faders that I don't use, that don't do anything but edit in recording as far as engineering, now I have motorized faders and a mixer and an interface all in one. So that's what that is. So goodness gracious, we are close to being monetized on YouTube. We are right there. We're so close that you can see the monetization flash across the screen, but so close that you can't touch it. You ever had something that's like right there in your touch that you can get it, but you just can't reach out and get it just yet? That's where we are with YouTube monetization. I'm right there. I'm a couple of subscribers off of being having the 1,000 subscribers, and just a few hours off of having the watch hours. So I'm getting messages right now saying that the flu vaccine is available. So that means anytime I get this message saying the flu vaccine is available, that means that flu season is coming. So y'all stand by for this bad weather. Y'all stand by for the flu and get prepared for that to happen. And typically around October, November time frame is the time frame that I always catch COVID or the flu or something that I get sick. So hopefully, let's hope that in this November that this luck changes, and that on my side of the house that I don't get sick in November. But the way that the trend has been going, November, it always happens. But we're gonna knock on wood, and we're gonna hope that don't happen. So what else? So we're almost close to being monetized. I'm hoping that the tornadoes and the hurricanes don't come to my way. And the Ableton MOVE has been ordered, and I'm waiting for it to be shipped. So hopefully it will get to me in the next couple of days. But who knows what's happening with all this bad weather. Logistics and transportation is going to be locked up, and it's going to be slow. So we'll see. Stand by for the next edition of what's happening on my channel. There's a lot of new things that's going to be happening on my channel, and we're just waiting for the monetization to hit so that you can see those new changes that's going to be happening on my channel. And so far you've seen some of the some of the direction that we've taken it as far as my channel or what I present to the community. So we're gonna uplift and build the community. And again, we got DC Carson, we got Day Sun with Silver Days Music, and we got my man Khalif Wins NYC. We're taking over this side of YouTube. We got a conglomerate, and we're looking for the African American men that are our age, that are in this space, that are doing technology, that are working in music, that are working on NPC, Ableton, across all those borders. That's who we're looking for. We're looking for those business minded individuals that are out here DJing, they're out here in the music scene, they're out here on YouTube. So that's what we're trying to do. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Smooth Art. I am safe. My family is safe. We are out of the way for tornadoes and hurricanes, as far as I know. But again, like I said earlier, tornadoes, we never know what's going to happen with tornadoes, because the tornadoes are after effects of the hurricane, so they can get thrown all over the place. So I'm hoping that it don't get thrown this way. So yeah, thank you all for joining the live. I'm just here testing audio. Again, Presonus, y'all have done an incredible thing with this Studio Live 32. This thing right here is an incredible piece of an equipment. My wife always says you get what you pay for. And so far she has proven this to be 1000% true. Until I started investing into my studio and then started putting actual real money and stopped buying cheap stuff and not looking for, because when I first started out, like in 2001, there's a lot of cracked software, there's a lot of cracked wave plugins, there was a lot of stuff that you was trying to get for free, because we back then I was a struggling artist and a struggling military member. So I was trying to get ahead the best way that I could. So yeah, I didn't have no problems getting the cracked software. I didn't have no problems downloading freaking plugins and getting them for free. And I had a whole bunch of them. And then they threw me for a loop when my new computer, when I started upgrading in 2011, 2012, my computer went from 32 to 64 bit, and then it killed all my waves plugins. Oh man, that's when I started to buy and pay for all of these softwares and the plugins to be legit. And again, my wife told me that if you're in this business and you're serious about this business, then you should pay for the equipment that you use. You shouldn't be using crack software. You shouldn't be finding cheap stuff. You should be paying the price that it costs. And again, if you want somebody to take you serious, then you can't halfway. You can't half step in this. So with that being said, the Persona Studio Live is showing me that the sound that I was looking for, I already had it, which is crazy. Really, really crazy thing to find that I thought that I needed a new set of monitors. Like right now I'm rocking some Behringer. I don't remember what model they are, but they are Behringer. They were expensive. They were like $200. I think $250 when I bought them back in the day. And they have been very good engineering monitors as far as like sonics and sounds. But I thought that I needed a different pair because I wasn't getting a lot of the bass and I wasn't getting a lot of the low ends on these monitors. And what happened is because I had been using a cheap mixer that I bought that was probably $100 somewhere, maybe $150 somewhere, and I thought that my sound was perfect, but I wasn't getting that low end on the speakers because I thought they were just not good monitors. But boy, did I get thrown for a loop when I plugged in this Studio Live from Presonus and I heard this mug drive the sound to my monitors. Oh my gosh. Now I've been sitting here thinking the last 2 days is why haven't I used my money to have purchased this earlier? Why didn't I use the funds that I had to invest and do this earlier? Because I didn't know. I had never heard of it, never heard the sonics of a Presonus Studio Live or a Presonus mixer in the flesh. But you're hearing it right now. That right now we are doing this live stream, um, streaming through the Studio Live 32S and also using a Zoom PodTrack P8 into my Mac Studio. So that is what you're hearing right now. So I'm hoping that my levels are not too loud, that I'm not talking too loud, that it's coming in perfectly, but that's what we got. And again, invested in better cameras. So now we're rocking, we're cooking with grease. But anyway, we're almost there to monetization on YouTube again. Y'all check me out on YouTube. All of my handles are all the same at Beats by Lonze. You can find me everywhere on all the social media platforms. Um, Again, if you want to, help a brother out, you can sponsor a podcast. There's my info there at the bottom to sponsor the podcast. And if you want to do something differently as far as sponsoring my podcast, you can hit me at my email at beatsbylonze@gmail.com. Again, I also have my own website. That's beatsbylonze.com. And I think that is about it for the live today. So I appreciate each and every one of you that always comes through, stop in to the live. It's never falling on deaf ears that you all are here to check out what we have going on and what we got to say. Again, shout out to the team, Khalif Wins NYC out there in New York City doing big things. We got Dayson Civil Days Music out where he lives. And we also got my man DC Carson out there in the world where he lives. And these are great producers, artists, businessmen that are doing great things. And we are bringing a new face to YouTube because you can't do it by yourself. Remember that. You can't always do it by yourself. Sometimes you need help. Sometimes you need to come in as a group and as a team and knock it out the park. So, yes. Smooth Art says Smooth A says that PreSonus upgraded Studio One Pro 7 and I will be checking that out. We talked about that this morning in the free on our morning calls. And yes, Studio One Pro 7 is out. It has the option to upgrade from upgrade for $150. So that is another thing that we discussed this morning, that is one of those upgrades that primarily will help you for your business as far as engineering and making music. So it is a great upgrade to have. And to I don't work in Studio One. I do have Studio One here on my PC. When I did buy this PC, which is for engineering and recording artists only, and it's specifically for music, it came with Studio One. And I probably opened up Studio One in 10 years, probably 4 times. And 2 of those times being this week. So, yeah, but I'm being told that Studio One has the greatest quality as far as mixing and engineering and making your sound be what you need it to be in that DAW. I am a Sonar Platinum Cakewalk guy. I came from Cakewalk and I've been with Cakewalk since I started doing music, and I have not let Cakewalk go, which I don't think that I will. And once I get Cakewalk to pick up this Studio Live, we're gonna be in business. But right now, that's the next edition of my studio. So, thank you for that information. I appreciate you letting the world and letting the chat know that happened, because we did talk about that, and that is a great piece of information for the world to know. So again, thank you all. Much love to you, and We will catch you on the next edition of this stream and channel. So we are out of here. Peace.